Hello friends of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel. First of all, a big thank you to all your subscribers here and all the new friends and interacting with me in game and trying to get me as well. I understand sometimes it's kind of hard to get me because I have my chat closed and sometimes my time zone as well, but really appreciate the kind of interaction we have in game. And also a special shout out to my friend Wellbe Hero. Thank you for this wonderful costume. It's great. Now I rolled some crit damage rating on this new costume, and I'm doing more testing on Thing or Bangrim to see whether it does, is it really better or compared to the Yankee Street Goodbye build on the health part. So that one's still in progress. I'll update you all a little bit more. And this is a welcome. This is a new episode of Q&A whereby I answer some of your common questions and also just a little bit of update of what's happening in game. All right. So now I'm going to play Emma Frost, and because some of you have been requesting me to create a guide on Emma Frost, and I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I mean, just talk about a little bit about my guild right now, or super group right now. I mean, currently we are running 2 teams into this group because everybody need XP, so we split into 2 teams, and we are all in this Midtown Manhattan having fun here. Let me just get a little bit focused here. Otherwise a little bit embarrassing. See a lot of my teammates here, Red Riding Hood, and yeah, it's great fun. And I mean, just a special shout out to them as well, because we have managed to get quite a number of teammates over the last couple of days or last couple of weeks. And special shout out to some of this new location that is very new to our guild, and just shout out to like Turkey, Romania, South of France, Denmark, Netherlands, Israel, Malaysia, my hometown Singapore as well, and the UK, Scotland, and one of you are currently stationed in Korea, if I got it right. So if I miss out one of you, my apologies. And sometimes I just like in this kind of moment while I'm facing the boss. Okay, someone is dead. Let me try to rest him. Okay, that's Moman. Who aggro Moman? Me. So yeah, I mean, it's just a special shout out, and I really appreciate the fact that this is a global server. So unlike in other MMO whereby you have to log on to a US server or UK or European server, and there's no such thing here. Everybody are friends, global, and we are all one united global Marvel Heroes fans here, and that's wonderful. All right, and okay, so yeah, enough of my sort of like special shout out to my friends. And we are running quite a lot of people right now on our nearby. I mean, quite a lot of them are all my friends here. And yeah, I mean, wonderful. Okay, now it's looting time. A lot of loot. Man, who aggro Moman. So yeah, a lot of fun here. And some of you requested me to do an Emma Frost guide. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Emma Frost later. I'll create a guide because some of you may know that I'm a huge Emma Frost fan. My forum avatar is basically Emma Frost. So yeah, I mean, she means a lot to me. And I'm trying to loot here. How come there's so many stuff here? Is it like mine, or is it like I'm still looting here? Yeah, there must be a better way to do this, man. Really. Okay. So I've got a lot of things to cover. I've got a lot of things to cover in this episode. Feel free to stay on. So the first thing that is coming on board is the new patch coming up will have the War Machine. Now, I know one of my friends from New York. I'm not going to say who. You know who you are. He's like he's like really a fun character. Every time he logs in, he say hello to me, and I know some of all of you are like really excited to see me around. I'm very excited to see you around too. And he just keep talking about War Machine, and how even his wife is sick of him talking about War Machine. Now the thing is that I'm not that excited about War Machine, to be honest. I always thought that War Machine is just a sidekick of Iron Man. But after so many days of listening to War Machine kind of like messages, I got very excited about War Machine, believe it or not. So I'm where are my friends? Okay, they're a bit focused here. So sometimes I can't read, see the telepath of Manape. I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, so because he's so excited about War Machine and got me also very excited, because after that I will like automatically when he log on I just talk about War Machine with him and just tease him a little bit because he's so into War Machine, just unbelievable. So yeah, I went to a test center Okay, a few of you asked me if I've taken a look at War Machine. I mean, he is fascinating. I wish Iron Man was like him. I mean, he has the sword coming out of his hand. He has like he can do melee, and he has a new resource besides the power, suit power like Iron Man. He has something called heat. So you manage to hit, and if your machine or your guns are overheated, then you have new power as well. I mean, a new buff on your melee. You say how wonderful it is. So I'm really looking forward to War Machine. Thanks to my friend. Also, I look at the design. The visual effect is just stunning on War Machine. So yeah, I mean, oops, hang on a sec. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Ember Force is not that. It's a little bit fragile sometimes, so I need to be a little bit careful. Alright, yeah, so I think War Machine seems wonderful, and I really look forward to you playing him. So if you guys are thinking about buying the pack or not, just go to the town test center, take a look at War Machine and see whether he is your cup of tea. But if you like Iron Man and sort of like all the power, I mean, wow. He has the bullet coming from his back, and you can see the thing going. And then when he targets stuff, you can see the target locking everywhere. So you know where he is hitting. So a lot of time this game, right, you can't really see what's happening. And it's sort of like, you can't really connect to a hero when you can't see things happening. But for War Machine, my goodness, they have taken the sort of like feedback, and you can really see every single bullet that is being targeted everywhere. So wonderful, War Machine, check it out in the test center. Alright, so that is, hang on, what wave is this? This is potentially some of the tougher wave for Ember Force here. I'm still trying to get her to work, so yeah, I thought that was the end of Ember Force. But anyway, she has, I think she can revive as well. Let's see what happened. So I'm just staying long distance and do my stuff here, alright? So yeah, so that's War Machine. Now, the next thing that really excites me is the Cable 52 review. So some of you also asked me, how do I think about the Cable 52 review? So I mean, I'm always very nervous about that because I've got some gear kind of investment, and I saw my cable is hybrid. So I'm a little bit concerned about, well, what if hybrid doesn't work anymore? I've got all this gear and legendary and so on, what I'm going to do with that, and so as always you get this nervousness when they redesign a hero that may not be something that you kind of enjoy. So but I've taken a look. It's wonderful. I mean, now you can have a pole arm as cable. I mean, I'm actually a pretty huge cable fan as well. Now, I don't really know the story. I think you guys can fill me up with it. I think a lot of you guys are very well versed in the whole comic book kind of thing. I think he's he was, well, okay, I think he's the son of Jean and Cyclops, correct me if I'm wrong. And he was born with some techno-virus thingy, and so that the parents actually sent him to the future to sort of so that he can have a chance to survive. And in the end, he became the future soldier. So now, my understanding of the whole thing is that eventually, I think I started reading it about the Avenger versus X-Men versus AVX, okay, Avenger versus X-Men, when Cable actually came back from the future, and then he nearly took down all the Avenger on his own. So it's really powerful stuff, and I think he was trying to save Hope, who was being chosen as the next Phoenix, if I get still remember correctly. All right. So yeah, I mean that is the kind of that's the only thing I really know about Cable, and I really like the kind of kind of story setting, backup, story that behind it. So I was looking forward to it. I looked through it, and I think my hybrid build still would hold. I think it's a lot more fun now, and I think now my favorite Spender, the Viper, whatnot, I think that become like a Spender. So I was really hoping, right? So for Cable, I only have just a couple of wishes that I want. My first wish is that it still be a hybrid. The second wish is that he's oops, ooh, hang on, I can't really loot anything, man. Really, this game is crazy. So my second one is really hoping that the Viper is become like a single Spender, because I really like the power, and now the power sort of I think it has a crit and brutal damage affixed to it as well. So that is really wonderful. I think the nullifier could be one of the candidates. I do not know, man. So we will see that one. Cable. So I really look forward to it. It looks really promising. Seems like a fun. Now the you know Cable has this like repulsing thing that I don't know how I can't remember how to call it. You know, he has this bubble kind of like you can push people away. Push people away kind of thing. So I think because now that he become like you know, it's possible to build him as a melee. So. So I'm very keen to see what's going to happen, because now that sort of like you know, aura seems to make sense if you play a melee build. So I'm very excited towards the Cable 52 review. But you know, as always, I'll wait a little bit until the whole situation. I mean, you know, hero may take a while to get stabilized. All right, just look at Jin. You know, so yeah, so that is on Cable. Some of the in-game. I can't even loot my stuff, man. Really? Okay, hang on. Let me just focus on looting my stuff first. Wow, I got like this is Meta Madness. I've already cleared my inventory to do this thing, but I'm still like having inventory problem right now. All right, so yeah, where was I? Yeah, so we were talking about Jin. So a lot of you ask me how should I build Jin, because you know I used to have a guide on hybrid Jin. And obviously that one is, of course, like you know, it's no longer valid. I need to sort of like review it and look at it again. But my problem with Jin right now is this, right? Every week I log on to play Jin, she plays differently. Sometimes she's like really strong, and sometimes she's a little bit like you know, I think they're trying to nerf the power a little bit, you know, change the way that she survived and so on. So the experience has not been consistent. So I'm trying to see the whole thing stabilize first before I invest my time in gearing Jin, right? Because you know, before I make a video on Jin, because otherwise, you know, all this information become very misleading. When I try to use Jin right now, it just, you know, I still feel a little bit like every week is just not the same on Jin, which is kind of like, you know, this warning sign, meaning that the hero is still not ready. But I'm really looking forward to Jin being ready very soon. I see I run out of space already. All right, so, okay, I think my friend's already there, so let me see. All right, see whether they're there or not. So. Okay, not really. So let me see. Let me just go there. Yeah. So now, but I think I still can answer some of the questions on Jin, because I've actually passed it. Well, I mean, okay, it's nothing to shout about passing the game with Jin, because I mean, who? Okay, I mean, you know, she's kind of easy to pass the game right now. So, but when it comes to Jin, so a lot of people ask me like, which one is the more powerful kind of like you know, choice when it comes to Jin. So this is the part I would like to just like share my thought with you after playing this game for many years. Well, I'll not say many years, for quite a number of years. I would like to sort of like share my tips with you when it comes to you know, all these decisions. Is that you know, sometimes it's very easy to look at the forum or just, you know, people talk about which one is the most powerful kind of build or Jin or, you know, kind of thing, and then you sort of like, you know, oh, hang on, I keep pressing the wrong button, and it's sort of like that sort of like get you into playing that hero in that kind of build because people say it's powerful. Now this is kind of dangerous. Why? I tell you why it's so, because you know, it may not be something that you enjoy. So I truly believe that eventually, I can't target this thing, right? It's like I have to hold the shift button. Yeah, eventually you have to you see, this is hard, man. Yeah, you have to hit the right spot here, which is somewhere, I don't want to say where it is, but you know, somewhere there that you have to sort of like you know, target. So yeah, I mean, like, okay, take Dr. Doom as example, right? I always use Dr. Doom as example. You know, if you read the forum, you know, they may tell you that Dr. Doom Summoner is the best because the, you know, DPSR is the best. Now, I mean, you know, I do not deny, because in order to really do a good job in Summoner Doom, you have to spend a lot of time to farm the gear, right? And so I've heard a lot of like people whisper me, tell me, say, oh no, I mean my Dr. Doom is not doing well. So I was like, okay, so what is it, Summoner or not Summoner? Then I said, oh yeah, I pick a Summoner because, you know, it is said it's the strongest. Now the problem is that you know, it is the strongest provided that you have that kind of like you know, gearing kind of commitment, right? Because it's a lot of commitment gearing, you know, Summoner Dr. Doom, right? Because almost all his unique require you to farm some bosses like hundreds of times. You know, not everybody have that kind of patience. So that is the thing that you know, I rather you pick something that you enjoy. Really, I mean, if you truly like a summoner, you know, that's fine. You can play a summoner Doom and you are committed to getting all the gear, right? But if you just because you pick it because you hear that it's one of the best out there, then it could become you know, it doesn't give you the right result. And I mean, I personally prefer my Doom to be all powerful on his own, and you know, and that is my choice, right? And I really enjoy my Doom using all the magic and power and become really powerful. He may or may not be, you know, the best Doom out there, but at least I enjoy playing such a Doom, right? So back to Gene as well, whether it is human Gene or you know, Phoenix Gene or Hybrid Gene, I mean, it is really about playstyle. Now, if you look at the three of them, right, to be honest, for those of you who has been playing a Hybrid Gene, you'll be used to stand dancing every 6 seconds, and now you don't need to do that, and it's wonderful. You can choose when to do a hybrid, and I think you can. And if you're really lazy about it, all you need to do just switch to another instance every second time of the Dark Phoenix to give both of the buff on, right? So I mean, with that said, you know, it's really up to your playstyle. You know, hybrid or not hybrid is entirely up to you. You know, some people pick Summoner Gene. Summoner Gene. Somebody pick the Mental Gene because they are a big fan of seeing a Gene like, you know, human form, and some just like the Phoenix form, right? And I just like to switch between the two as and when I like it, and basically I just love hybrid hero, although they may or may not be strongest today in the game, right? So yeah, I mean, these are things that you should consider as well when you build a gym, but whether or not I will create a video very soon, all right? So yeah, I mean, that's all I would like to talk about when it comes to gym and all. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is the just a little bit of history of Emmerfrost, because you know, I don't know whether you know, some of you know about it or not. I mean, maybe my close friend know about it. You know, I've left the game for a while. So after I was in closed beta. I played a game for about one month or two, and after that, because all my friends are leaving, so like, you know, and then we've got other games to play. So we sort of like left the game. And the hero that brought me back was Emmerfrost, because I mean, you know, Emmerfrost is kind of iconic in the X-Men kind of world. I mean, you know, she's one of the few female X-Men, I think. I mean, besides Storm or some other that has been there for quite a long time. And you know, so I really like the concept of Emmerfrost, and I came back to this game because of Emmerfrost. And and I think Emmerfrost belonged to the category whereby, just rather unfortunately, none of her, I mean, she doesn't really have an awesome moment, I would say. You know, like, you can look at any heroes out there. I mean, they always have a moment of awesomeness, whether they are like, you know, yeah, I mean, you know, you can't really find a hero that's so unfortunate as as Emmerfrost. So to give you an example, right? When Emmerfrost first came out, she was extremely powerful, but the nerf came down really fast. So you don't really experience that kind of like so-called, back then wasn't any end game, but you know, at least at level 60, that period wasn't long. And then Emmerfrost always back then was the one that broke all the developers' code, because you know, she can actually, you know, tame any of those mobs and then explode, and then after that, you know, X defense. When you last time you had her, and you could, like, you know, she can actually destroy everything with just one power kind of thing. So she was really OP, but it was more like a design issue. So, but after that, she never really awesome. I mean, you know, she was designed. She was one of the last few heroes that didn't have any 52. Review, that, you know, new hero that released. I think after her, the next hero actually has it, or something like that. So I think after her was Screw Girl, if I'm not wrong. Then Screw Girl actually have an ultimate. No, Screw Girl also doesn't have a signature. So, you know, she was one of the few last batch that doesn't have a signature. And after that, in the end, in the end there were some game changes, and then she was forced to have a signature. And one of the signatures is actually one of her own power. The knee before me is actually one of her. Last time it's just an ordinary power, but they just brand it as a signature. Now I understand the one-off of Iron Man is like that become a signature. Also, I mean, look what happened to Iron Man, right? But Iron Man did have his moment of awesomeness when his 52 review came out. Iron Man was one of the best back then, right? So it has this moment of awesomeness. But look at Emma Frost though, I mean, she didn't have it. She was being forced into like a 52 review, which is not really a 52 review. It's more like how should I say? I mean, just like a patch bandit work, to make her work. And then after that, she has this unique review that to me is not really, I mean, I look at her power and everything else. I compare her with the Silver Surfer, which I'll release a video very soon. It's not even like I mean, she's not. I mean, she's close to there, Silver Surfer, but I gear her really hard as well. So I mean that things just show that the design. I mean, no matter how you let me take a look at this one. No matter how much you try to up the unit, no matter how high the some of this power become, in the end, I mean, if the hero design doesn't have the kind of right synergy to it, the hero just doesn't feel right. So she's one of the few unfortunate hero that doesn't have the moment of awesomeness in this whole history of Marvel heroes, I think. And I mean, I was just thinking, who else are that unfortunate from other heroes' perspective? I don't know, Daredevil as well. I don't think there was any moment whereby Daredevil. I mean, his 52 review was, I don't think it's really that well received. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think. But of course, there are some really hardcore Daredevil fans. I think Luke Cage as well is one of those heroes that never really picked up from. I mean, if you look at Luke Cage and Emma Frost is around the same era. I mean, Screwgirl had some moment of awesomeness. I mean, the last time she was used to have a lot of screw, and she was the tank for the for all the. She was a tank for the raid boss and so on. I mean, there was some awesomeness, and after that, guess what? They fixed her bug, right? And I mean, Garcia left the bug for that long without fixing, and after that, after they nerfed down the number of screw, and then suddenly, I mean, they saw like, I mean, that become like a bug fix, and after that, I don't think Screwgirl really recover from that kind of, I would say, nerf. I mean, you can buff someone, but in the end, it's like, yeah. I mean, I don't think she's. I mean, how often do you see a Screwgirl around these days? I mean, none, right? So, I mean, my thing about Emma Frost is this, right? I mean, very obviously, she has already got her unique review. Definitely she's not up to par as in like recent unit review like maybe Silver Surfer and so on. So I mean, I don't know, man. I really hope that she's not one of those really unfortunate hero whereby she will never get anything, and then Gazillion will just forget about her. So if you are Emma Frost fan, I mean, join me to the forum and just talk about Emma Frost and make sure that she does get her due kind of like attention. All right, so yeah, I mean, that's all I would like to cover today, and I thank all my guildies for a special shout out to my guildies online who has been playing with me, and it's wonderful. I mean, we started this guild with just a few good friends, and now we are growing, and these are like really good friends that have been interacting with each other, cross culture and so on. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have today, and till next time you see each other, goodbye, enjoy this game, and yay, Marvel Heroes, bye.